Happy Halloween from all of us here at Woodbine. It is Lisa, it is Jeff. We are dressed up as handicappers for today's festivities. And I must admit, when Elisa arrived today, usually she arrives and she brightens up my day in so many ways. But today, you kind of depressed me with something that you did.
Why?
You walked in for the first time this season with a toque on.
I know. It was cold last night when I left.
Broke my heart.
Yeah, it was cold, so I made a mental note last night to wear a toque to work today.
Yes, and the wind is obviously going to be a storyline for today, Lisa. We showed you the visuals of that. Horses are going to be pushed significantly down the backside, hitting them right on the face at the top of the stretch.
Turn could be interesting.
Yes, especially with the younger horses. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Just a schedule note for everybody to pass along. It's not in regards for today. It's in regards to tomorrow. We have adjusted post times. Keep in line with Del Mar. So thus our first race tomorrow will get underway at 12:50. Woodbine Racing Live, the brunch edition at 11:55 a.m.
Okay, I better mark my program. I have enough reminders in my phone of what time to leave for work, what time work starts. It changes all the time.
It does. It does. And you know what? Like today's program will be stretched out as well, which is kind of bad news for us because we wanted to watch the ball game. But we do get the Breeders' Cup that we get to keep an eye on as well. Our last race schedule will get underway around 8:30. We're going to put Robert to the test. He doesn't know this as of yet, but I'm going to ask for his prediction.
Oh, yeah?
On the Jays game.
On the Jays game?
Yes.
Well, now he's a Jays fan, right?
Well, yeah, now that Seattle's gone. Yeah, exactly. So when he's going to have a preview for one of the Breeders' Cup race that we'll have for you a little bit later on.
Good thing we have a dome,
HBI, I bet. Thank goodness. Could you imagine playing in this?
Oh, what an awful night it is. I mean, it's just like all of a sudden fall is here and it's not much longer before we turn the clocks back as well. But I was thinking that driving in today, I was thinking, boy, are we ever glad we have a dome.
It makes for much better baseball too,
for
right?
Sure,
Nobody wants to freeze. The pitchers can't grab the ball.
No, exactly.
It's just miserable.
But there was a time when we used to play at the old exhibition stadium.
I know. Last night, we had conditions that weren't exactly great either. It was raining pretty steadily, as a matter of fact. And here's a look at a recap on how the track played. And, it was fairly fair for the most part. So both paths were good. There was not a distinct bias or anything like that. So I thought initially after the first couple of races, I thought, man, this is going to be a speed track tonight. But that panned out not that way.
And look at that. With the payouts that we had, the average win payout was a little over $15. So only one favorite won on the program yesterday. We had some good price winners. CC's Kingdom for Chirkop paid $27.70. That was a Chirkop exactor. We had the Moran family in the winner's circle. Davey won with Motion Granted. And Pietra won with Love You Lippy. And then the Clocker horse came in last night as well, that being Drake Drive for Darren Glennon.
Big price. A nice selection there, courtesy of Ernie. You got 11-1 on that one. Survived a lengthy speed duel and held everybody off to pull off the victory in that one. So, I was trying to figure out the lighting scheme, and I've now figured it out.
Oh, it's green, you see.
It's Breeders' Cup. But I thought it was going to be like Halloween, but no, they've done Breeders' Cup, which is fine. That's appropriate as well. So nicely done to the crew upstairs to have it ready, because I was like, why is it green and purple? But then I clued in.
Together, buddy.
Takes me a little while, but I'll eventually get there.
They don't start until later, though, huh?
The big races, I think it's around 5:30. The big races.
Yeah, seventh race I think is when they all kind of get going. Nope, sorry, sixth race is when they all get going.
Yeah, that's a sprint, right? Sort of sprint for the babies.
Yep, you got it. They have great weather down there for Breeders' Cup.
Although I was watching, they put the graphic up, it's at 67 Fahrenheit. I'm like, suckers, it's climbing 80 down there.
They think that's cold, probably, down there. We'd be in shorts and a t-shirt.
Let's start the clock and get down to business here and see if we can't help you out picking a couple of winners. We didn't do so great yesterday.
No, we didn't, buddy.
But things can change here, and the topic says second best. All right, well, a lot of my second picks won yesterday. We'll see if Super Iconic can break through for a victory. Quick comeback for this one, obviously, Elise. This can be the third start in a month for this one.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of that. But what I do like is the fact that Hernandez is going to stick around with this horse, and he doesn't ride very often for this barn. This was the first time he ever rode for Joe Russo when he rode Super Iconic back on October the 24th, so not that long ago. But watch this. The winner is Shinigami, the Shikanance horse. Actually, there's 2 Shikadance horses in this race, but you're going to see Shinigami, who ends up being the best winner. That's a Norm McKnight trainee that won by almost 7 lengths. And our horse is making a really good bid here right now under Raffi for the very first time. And you're thinking here, all right, at this stage, we can go to town on this horse, but we aren't going to get anywhere close to the winner. So, you know, Raffi gives him a great ride. He's best of the rest on that day behind the best winner. So if he can come back, you know, with a quick turnaround here, he gets my vote of approval just simply because Raffi wants to give him another shot. So I'll go with the 4. I think the 5 obviously is a contender. It's a big drop for Bill Theranis, dropping from 15 in for 5. You have Dodester in this race as well. You know, welcome back 5 claimers. This is the first night that I think we have 5 claimers, and we have a whole bunch of them. So you're going to see a lot of horses that are either taking big drops, or Fort Erie horses that are going to try Woodbine that haven't been here in a while, that have been racing against $4,000 and $5,000 claimers at the Border Oval.
Oh, the music stopped. We've
What'd you hear?
Halloween music.
Oh,
Yeah.
my hearing is so bad.
Yeah, that Halloween music in the background. It's kind of spooky.
Okay, all right, good stuff.
But Super Iconic actually ran very well last time, too, because the winner got away with such slow fractions in that race,
The winner
too.
was so much the best, and I think we pointed out the winner on the pregame show, saying like, this is a key on that program. We gave that horse out as a key, and we gave Chambers out as a key that day, and both of them were easy winners.
I think that was the last time I picked a winner. Was that long ago. And then it is so interesting here. Go Jimmy Go, taking that drop yet again.
I can't play him, Jeff.
Off that
Can't
bad
play him.
race and right back
I didn't
in.
like the way he finished up
No,
this last
I'm
race,
with
to be
you on
really,
that.
really frank.
Topic number 2, pick 6. Starts off here in race number 3. We'll bank those 10 seconds, and we're going to go to 3/4 of a mile. That's optional 15,000 claimer. Starter allowance race, 7K. Got some informed horses right now. Indy 1's good right now. Highly Flammable's good right now. Uncaptured Moment's good right now. Kinetic Stone, what has happened to this horse? All of a sudden doesn't want to lose a race.
And comes off a lifetime high Buyer speed figure. This horse has never seen an 80 in his life. So I think that makes him a bit of a bounce candidate.
Well, I
off
thought
an 80.
last time he had no shot to win.
I know. Watch, he might do it again here today. But I went somewhere else. I went to Napa Spirit. This is a neat little horse that, you know, they've had fun with, whether he's with Dunslow or whether he's with Phil Hall. Now, they lost him from the Phil Hall barn for $10,000 last start out, and he did get destroyed in that race. I mean, he was beaten 12 lengths. But what I found interesting is that Bob Tiller claimed him for himself.
Yep.
You know, we don't see Bob claiming a ton of horses at the meet, let alone for himself. Here and there, we'll find that, you know, he'll take a horse and there's a reason behind it, right? Like he'll take the horses he used to have before. You know, in the past, we've seen him take horses here and there. For DiGiulio, he's taken a few claimers for Shikadance this season, but this one he sees fit to take for himself. So he must be a fan of this horse and has decided, you know what, I'll just take a flyer and put the 10 up myself. He's fast. If he's in great condition here today, he could just go straight to the front and keep on going, but he'll likely have some friends up on the front end. I just kind of thought, you know, for me, it kind of piques my interest when you see a guy who doesn't often claim for himself. There's a reason behind it. Maybe he's a big fan of the horse.
That's how he started off his career, was claiming horses, did Mr. T. And I'm going to go towards Uncaptured Moment, had a wide trip, whereas Indy 1 had a ground-saving trip on that day. They're going to have a bit of a rematch coming up in race number 3 on the program, going 6 furlongs. We have a photo of Facebook. This was taken yesterday. Highly flammable, ready to explode, says Robert off that second place finish. Back-to-back seconds as the favorite. So it's been a bit of a Pac-Man as of late. But and there was a look at Lisa with Highly Flammable as well. Even the poor grooms look frozen.
It's cold, man. You know, like people don't understand just how cold it is sometimes in the barn. It's great when all the horses are in the barn because you get their heat. But I mean, just cold hands, cold feet. You got to put poles so your hands are freezing.
Plus that walkover, it's so windy at Woodbine.
I know. It's you know, one of the greatest places for me that I ever worked as a groom. It's great is Mountaineer, because basically it's too far away to get from the barn to the paddock.
Right.
So you have to have a pony take you. So the pony takes your horse, you get in the car and drive to the paddock and grab your horse.
Because the paddock is really close to the track.
It's really close to the track, but it's not close to the barns. And then you pass your horse back to the pony, he takes it back to the barn, so it's halfway cooled out by the time you get it.
That's a good deal. I like that. Race 4, we'll start off the pick form. We have some 2-year-olds in here going 3/4 of a mile. We have some firsters in here, so we have to keep an eye on that. We'll see if any one of these firsters are able to do some good things. You know, you've got Daouz had a bunch of chances. One Happy Wabbit's had a bunch of chances in here. Are you going towards one of the fresher faces? What's your thinking here on the fourth?
I looked up the firsters, and there just wasn't really anything there that really got my attention. I went to the 7. I mean, look, the horse is likely going to be the favorite, but it's the references that we have now. Zabarda, the horse who won this race, we didn't think Zabarda was going to be the horse that she's become. I mean, she won the race for a quarter, and then she came back to win a stakes event like a couple weeks later. So she certainly helps Dow look a lot better in this spot. I think that they were anticipating a win with Dow. They just ran into a bit of a freak in Zabarda. Then I used the 4 Dixie Doll because of the same reference. The horse comes out of the same race where Zabarda was the winner. So I stuck with those 2. Then I tossed in the 6 One Happy Rabbit because I think for 25 this is the price tag that fits for this one. And the Kevin horse Holy Mirage. I'm just thinking the drop might help to turn this one around. Plus Pietro's going to stick around.
Yeah, ran against the boys last time out, went off as one of the choices and did not run very well. But Fire and Wine, the 3rd place finisher, came back to win by the length of a stretch last time out. So I'm going to go towards Dixie Doll. Just thinking that Dixie Doll might be able to improve and start number 2. We pretty much know what the 7's able to do, and that might be good enough to win this race.
Might be.
And I don't know if you're going to be able to close tonight, too. That's obviously one of the storylines, too.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting. Now, I did check the weather, and they were saying that this wind will start to die down around, what time is it now? 3:49. So this wind is supposed to die down around 5 o'clock, just in time for the trick-or-treaters so they don't blow away. But yeah, we'll keep our eye on that because it is a strong wind for them coming down the stretch.
And the trick-or-treaters have a very tight window today. 7 to 8 o'clock. That's your time. After that, the ball game starts.
I would think parents are going to start pushing them out the door around 5 o'clock tonight.
It's not dark yet, Dad. I don't care. 5th race on the program. Wide Turn is going to be the focus for this one in here. And let's touch on the replay they're going to show us in here. It's in regards to the inside horse. We obviously have a pretty significant scratch of the number 6, that being Worry Less. But what did you see with Really Thirsty that maybe makes you to believe that she could be a little bit better here today?
Well, watch this replay. This is back from October the 10th. So she's had some time in between. She's from a strong barn, the Devin Gittins outfit that was in a bit of a lull, and that didn't last long, maybe a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden horses started to really run for them again. You get a couple of interesting references. You get a reference 2 starts back to Love You Lippy, who was an easy winner yesterday. And here's the trip on October the 10th for Really Thirsty. So watch this horse because it's an interesting ride here. You know, Hoyt is just let this horse loose line, right? And she wants to go. You can see her here. She's doing this all by herself. And then right here, you're thinking to yourself, oh, we're looming. Like we are looming into contention. We could just go right around these horses and keep on going, but that's not going to be the case. The winner is a horse up the rail, that being Symbol Court. So, you know, here at Woodbine, we found that 9 times out of 10, the rail is super live compared to the outside of the racetrack, and this horse just rides that lightning rail to the win. Now that's Fraser Abley and Sid Attard with Symbol Court, and We Are Simply Best of the Rest, but loomed up like she was going to go around them, and unfortunately just got beat by a better girl on that day. So I'm going to use her up on top over the 7 Sassy Melissa. That's a scary drop in for $5,000 or $4,500 here today. And I mean, then I tossed in the 4 Van Du, but you know, we're talking about 5 claimers now. And this is, you know, normally here we have set the lowest we go for this class is 75 non-winners of 3 or non-winners a race in a year. Now it's 5,000. So, you know, it's a lot of the same horses we've seen in that 75 condition. They're just taking advantage of the opportunity to go for a little bit less.
Just love the music. Just love the music. Very, very scary. Very scary. But Really Thirsty, too, in that replay you showed us, that was the favorite that beat her on that day,
yeah,
too.
of course, yeah. I'm just saying the rail is generally live around here.
Our next topic is going to be levels. Seinfeld reference.
Oh, yes.
Levels. All right, so let's talk a little levels. We're going to get to race number 6 on the card here. We're going to go with 10,000 claimers, non-winners of 3. Now, we saw Dominic Posnelli drop, I think, 2 horses last week, and one of them won.
Yes.
And he's going to do that with He Shoots, He Wins, who I frankly think has been kind of racing over his head a little bit.
Lots of different levels,
yes,
Jeff.
That's right. And I think this is the right level for 10 in here, going 5.5. Before we get to this one, Elisa, I want to ask you about something that I saw very interesting in this race. Coherence, they geld this horse as a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
Can that be as impactful as when you geld a horse at a younger age, or do you think he's pretty much set in his ways?
Well, I mean, he's obviously missing a couple of things, which could make running a lot easier on him, because they can get in the way, you know?
Of course.
But also, like, as far as like temperament goes, some of those things are kind of set in stone.
That's my thinking. At the age of 5, can you really?
Yeah, but maybe it wasn't a temperament thing.
A running thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, could be. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I mean, he's going to look like great, you know, because horses who are kept as studs obviously have a lot more testosterone. You know, they look fantastic. But I just thought He Shoots, He Wins is finally in the right spot as well. You know, we talked about this the other day too when we were, I think, talking about a Pozzanelli horse. You know, they kind of go all over the place. He enters them, you know, he claims them, like this horse, for example, for a low price tag of $7,000. And look, they made 15 grand so far this season. But like, reality has to be setting in. Winter is coming, as they say in Game of Thrones. You never watched that.
Nope.
Winter is coming. And you have to put some money in the bank.
Yeah, you do.
So, you know, that's, I think, what's happening with He Shoots, He Wins here today. So I'll put him up on top over the 6, Commander at Sea. You know, I think Commander at Sea is always good first start off of the layoff. I don't necessarily know about second start.
But that's a great reference, because the runner-up Wyco came back to win yesterday.
That's true. That horse came back to win and beat a couple of nice horses that were taking drops. But I don't exactly think that He Shoots, He Wins has hooked a really tough field here tonight.
Levels. Race number 6 is a look at that. Now we're going to get to Clocker. The Clocker horse was good yesterday. I don't even know who the Clocker horse is today. I got to take a bit of a peek in here.
Oh, it's in this race, Jeff.
Because usually producer Mike puts it on the script here.
It's in this race.
It is in this race. Are we going to get right to that one, or you want to get your thoughts first?
No, you can mention it because he had a nice winner yesterday.
So Swagoo Bell is the Clocker horse in here. And let's see what Ernie has to say about Swagoo Bell. I'm going to take a look at the old sheep's.
It's the October 25th work that he liked.
The move up is not all that dramatic, and she should be quickest out of the gates. Now, remember, you and I were kind of like, oh, can the horse get 6 furlongs?
And did she like main track? Because she really likes turf,
And now it only has to go 5.5 in here.
But for 40, and she's claimed for a quarter.
This would be a nice piece of business.
If this works. You know, I went to the 3 because I like this 3 horse. I've always liked this 3 horse, Forster's Exec. This is from that crazy Exec family. She does nothing but produce racehorses. Comes in off of a win in the 40-2 on the turf and just has to make the transition back over to the synthetic. But this horse can race well on the synthetic surface. So I went that way over the 6. I think a lot of people play the 6 because it's Kevin and Pietro. But you see a lot of people going towards Crumlin Trouble as well.
A hot horse.
This is a hot horse from a barn that's been really, really live in the last little while. Breaks his maiden for 15, comes right back to win the 25 non-3 easily, and is now stepping up to face 40. So, you know, it's the now horse. It's just, can she beat some of these horses who've been, you know, trying these conditions and trying little stakes events as well.
I think this is an important race for the outside horse, because she's had, oh, listen, she's a stakes winner this year, which is a big plus, but now she's lost a few in a row here, but I don't think there are any Miramichis in this race.
No, Miramichi is Patakowicz. Imagine if Patakowicz beats him with Crumlin Trouble.
Oh, yeah, that would be a bit of a nightmare for her. Race 7 starts off the late double. Oh, right on cue. There was that one. Plays. We've got plays.
Oh, by the way, the last race is a dartboard dash. Like anyone.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyone.
I agree. So tell us about your picks.
Oh, okay, what have I got? Well, I gave you Super Iconic. I mean, hey, it's a quick comeback. I don't always like to play the quick comeback, but sometimes it turns around and bites me. So I'll play Super Iconic. Dow is the Chirkop runner, the 2-year-old with the experience, and you saw Chirkop with the Exactor in the 4th race yesterday. He Shoots, He Wins for Pozzanelli, who's got the horse in the right spot today. And I'm just going to try Forster's Executive Price, because I think Renaria will likely be the favorite. So I'm just going to see if I can beat her with this one.
I think her 3rd choice in that race.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think you're going to get a price on your pick in that spot, which is good. Super Iconic for me on Capture Moment. I thought ran against bias last time out on the outside when the inside was good. My price play is going to be this Dixie Doll that ran first time out in that Zarpata race. I'm leery of how the track's going to play with it being so windy out there. But maybe the horse will be a little more speedy today. And my drop and pop is really thirsty. I am really thirsty. I tend to get thirsty on Friday nights.
Yeah, and it would be really awesome if we could just sit back and have a beer and watch the game.
Woodbine TV Prod says, Daddy send money. That's the one they're going to go towards. Ron towards Uncapture Moment. That's going to be his best bet. His best bet won on yesterday's program. And Doug's best bet's going to be Happy Quad. So was able to find the winner's circle against a nominators of 2s at the Forts not all that long ago. And we're going to see more and more of these 40 horses coming up to Woodbine. So we're going to take a bit of a break. When we come back, we're going to go to our international reporter. He is Robert Geller. He's going to take a look at one of the Breeders' Cup races on today's program and will give us his Blue Jay prediction as well. I'm not sure if he knows that or not. More coming up after this.
Love horse racing? HPIBet.com is Canada's leader in online horse betting. Access thousands of live races from hundreds of tracks worldwide instantly. Enjoy the most advanced betting tools like AI Smart Picks and exclusive cashback rewards you won't get anywhere else. Join today and get up to $100 in free bets. Get the ultimate horse betting experience with HPIBet.com.
Race in the world. Pinch me, I think I'm dreaming.
They're off, the Dubai World Cup.
And they're into the stretch. Two of the great racehorses in the world. Giant Killer, by name and by nature. A race for the ages.
View from the booth. Now, this segment was scheduled to take place about 3 or 4 days ago. We organized with Robert, and we said, Robert, we're going to bring you on for the view from the booth. But around the 6th race yesterday, 5th race yesterday, I wasn't sure Robert would still be with us.
I felt for you, buddy.
This is a job hazard,
yeah.
and Robert, it's happened to all of us. But all of a sudden, Robert, he's not sure if it was a pineapple juice sip that he took or a gnat. But all of a sudden, he couldn't talk. So, Robert, how are you feeling? Are you back to 100%?
Back to 100%. It was one of those moments I just had a little bit of the pulp of the pineapple juice, and I thought, but then I saw a little bit something on the microphone, and I thought, maybe I did swallow a gnat, because after the race there was a little gnat.
Oh no!
Gosh, and I had to just do the pause button, clear my throat, and go, that's part of the job. But it is quite amazing how it just catches you out unawares.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Like, you know that we've all had that moment when you kind of swallow your spit the wrong way, and next thing you know, you're like.
Well, at least you and I have each other.
That's
I'll
true.
be like, at least I need help. Poor Robert's all by himself, right? But anyways, Robert, we're going to take a look at the 17th edition of the John Deere Breeders' Cup Juvenile Filly Turf, and obviously a massive scratch, my friend, with that outside horse now being out.
Precise is out. I'm taking a shot. I don't know these horses very well, but I've studied up on the European form. I like number 2, Queen of Hawaii, to run a good race, a horse that was unlucky in that first lifetime start. Queen of Hawaii is running in Ireland. I do think that Joseph O'Brien has a shot here with this runner. Queen of Hawaii has had 2 wins in succession. I think the last one in a small field was comfortable, I think is coming along. I do expect good performances in this race from the runners in the Jessamine Stakes. A particularly good run was Time to Dream. I also thought that if you're going to go for value, and I love value, how about we look at the other son of Aidan O'Brien, and he has a horse called Valentina. Let's go starting off with Queen of Hawaii. So Queen of Hawaii, who's by Kingman, is on the outside, takes the lead here. And it is a small field, but this is a third lifetime start and just continued to progress from what was a previous win at Leopardstown. And the first lifetime start, some of the horses around Precise, who was going to be the favourite for the race, were in that race and I think was unlucky to not get a run earlier. So we've seen progress. I want to take a shot on that runner. I want to also take a little bit of a shot on Time to Dream. I think if you go back to the Jessamine, I know the winner is in the race, and that's Imagination, the lady number 3. But the horses behind were absolutely catching ground, and they both got held up. Infinite Sky and the Godolphin Silks. Time to Dream, who's at the back in the Rapoli Silks, and they'll come into the stretch. And third last or fourth last together near the inside. Infinite Sky gets a dream run up the rail as Imagination, the lady, goes to the lead. Now you can see in the orange cap, fourth last, Time to Dream, boxed in, trying to get out. And then the two runners for second and third. Here they come. Infinite Sky into the clear with the Godolphin Silks and just behind Time to Dream. They are catching a little bit more ground and they have got experience at the distance. And then we're going to talk about Valentina. If we've got a 27-year-old trainer who retired from race riding, who's the son of Aidan O'Brien, with a horse that Oisin Murphy's on at 30-1, I'm taking a shot because Valentina is more of a sprinter, but has run really well into that last run. And you just never know, with Del Mar being the circumference that it is, it just may well favor horses who get a bit of a break on them because traffic can be a big issue. So I'm going to go with an exacta box, 2 Queen of Hawaii, number 9 Time to Dream, and then throw in the 4 Infinite Sky and 10 Valentina because Precise is out, and that's precisely why I'm going that way.
All right, that was a pretty good report that Robert did there.
We should just mention too that Mark Cassidy does have a horse in that race as well.
We should mention that.
Right,
and
that's Final Accord, who people might be familiar with because we actually saw this horse break her maiden here at Woodbine.
Against the boys. Did so nicely too, and then went down to the matron and was able to pull off the victory as well. So Robert giving us a value exacta in there. I'm tempted if we are cashing our pick 4 ticket today. We might have to reinvest in Robert's.
Well, sometimes we make money off of Robert's bets.
He's been good to us. He's been good to us. Okay, now we're putting you to the test, buddy.
Yep.
You have 3 options. Jays win tonight, Jays win tomorrow, or the Dodgers win both games.
No, I didn't hear that last one. And we're not going to entertain that last one because here's the thing. A team like the Dodgers has some stars in it, right? But a star team always beats a team of stars, and this is a star team. I am very impressed. I think they are the better team. The only question mark is, can they keep Otani under control? He is amazing, and if he doesn't hit and he doesn't get those runs, I think they're home. But he is very dangerous. But I do think it's the Blue Jays. I think there's a destiny, a sense of belief. Is it tonight or tomorrow? Well, of course I want to say tonight. But in a certain way, I want to see it tomorrow so I have more time to watch it.
Exactly. I don't know what I want either, Robert. Like, I'd love them to win tonight.
Yeah, just get over with.
You know? Yeah, because tomorrow then we'll all just be biting all our fingernails off if that happens. But
I can't help but notice the color of his tie. All of a sudden his football team wins a game and the green tie comes out.
I'm so impressed.
1-7
coming.
But he's like the comeback for the ages. Roberts, keep the window closed, avoid the gnats.
And stay away from the pineapple juice tonight.
As well. Robert Geller, our international reporter, giving us a sneak peek towards one of the Breeders' Cup races here today at Woodbine. We're 24 minutes away from post time. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, I hope whoever sings "O Canada," the national anthem, uses all the words.
Know the words. It's not difficult.
Yeah.
The opener coming up next with a preview. Even before that, more Woodbine Racing Live after this time out.